The Connect on post show recaps. That's right. The We Got Y'all crew is back. We right back working. Yes. Oh, with even more of the content you love. I'm your host, Mari Forth, and we're here discussing the finale of season 2 of HBO's hit show Rap Shit. And because I can't do this alone, I can't plan this finale party alone. I can't hire the minions by myself. I need somebody to pay for the moon bounce. My co-host Chappell, are you here? Are you here to do this finale party? This big ending to a great season?
Mari, party. No, we're here to talk
Oh,
about men's mental health and how serious this is. First of all, let me just say we have a lot of stuff, more stuff in common than we have uncommon. And so, yeah,
yes.
and I think I'm here to talk about those uncommonalities with you today. Yes, Mari, this is the finale. We made it. It's finally the end of the Connect as far as Rap Shit season 2 is going. And we have so much other content coming soon, but I'm ready to put a bow on this season and then talk about potentially what comes next time when we see this cast on Rap Shit. And I have a lot of thoughts about this finale too, and I'm very
Oh my
excited
god, so
to
many
talk
thoughts.
about it with you. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
It's
So yes,
oh my god, this is ridiculous. Yeah. So we're telling you right now, like I don't know who watches this without watching the show, but this will be spoiler free. This will be just an open discussion about the
spoilery.
show. Yeah. Did I say spoiler free? This will be
Yeah,
very spoiler.
all the things
Spoiler
we talking about,
alert! All of
everything,
the
baby.
things. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just it's gonna be off the top. We're going with the flow here. So, um, like Chappelle said, this might be the end for the Connect with Rap Shit, but we have so many things coming down the pipe, and we have so many things that we've already covered that if you haven't checked out, you really should. You should go check out our Changeling podcast coverage. You should go check out our The Other Black Girl coverage if you haven't. Swarm, that has been nominated for a lot of awards. Again, maybe not the right ones, but it has been nominated. Go check that out if you haven't heard about that. And honestly, like we've been saying all season, please go check out Rap Shit if you haven't, because um I think it was Chameleon, the woman who plays Mia, was talking about they have not been renewed for season 3 yet because they want to see what the streaming numbers are like. So we got to run up those streaming the streaming so that they know that we want it to come back for season 3, because I really want it to come back for a season 3. But you can find everything that we've done over on postshowrecaps.com/connect, and you can subscribe to our feeds directly. You can get us on Spotify and Apple, or you could be watching us on the Post Show Recaps YouTube page. Hopefully you're doing that. What else, Chappelle?
And we're dropping our year in review podcast. So by the time you hear
Yes.
this, you should hear the year in review of the Connect, where we go over a little bit of everything that we talked about this year here on Post Show Recaps with Mari and myself, and then some of our amazing other co-hosts and guests that we've had, Jason Reed, Latanya, of course, Asia. We're going to go over the ones that Mari's mentioned, some of the other ones, and then maybe even talk about what looks like, could happen for the Connect in the future as far as different coverage. So please check that out, and then let us know what is it that you want us to talk about here on the Connect, because we're going to make this a family podcast, not for the family, because don't let your mama and your kids listen to this, but this for us. We are a family. It's like the family reunion. It's all of us cousins. We hanging out, talking about the shows. So come get plugged in at the Connect and check out our year in review too. It should be on YouTube as well.
Yes, exactly. So we'll take just a quick break and we'll get into this bonkers season finale. Okay, Chappelle, I I don't even know. I do not know where to start. We just watched people sell out in like real time, right? Is that what
Yeah.
we just witnessed?
Listen, everybody's selling out. It's a lot of selling out going. I mean, left and right. People throwing each other under the bus, stepping over each other. It's not looking great for Black folk. I'm just saying, we're not a monolith. We're all not beholden to this. But man,
Yeah,
I want to see my people doing better. And
I know.
in this episode, it's really hard to find the people who are doing better. It seems like everyone is just doing, and we'll just figure out the consequences later on.
Yeah, I think we have to lay the at least the framework out for the episode that like basically Shauna and Mia, like we thought last episode, they come to a crossroads where they go in to work with Party, you know,
Your favorite. Your favorite
no,
rapper.
no, no, no. And Francois, uh, Party is supposed to produce this great single for them. Francois is talking about all the ideas of how he wants to market them. He wants to market them like taking mug shots and uh like what did he say? Like smash and grabs and it
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like a very like criminally sort of
Mari,
way.
it's giving crime time from the
Yeah,
WWE.
yes. It's giving not very good. But they do end up laying down a track called Bad Bitches Working, aka BBW, with
BBW. Mm-hmm.
Party. And they're waiting to hear the mix and the mastering of it. But meanwhile, they have a meeting with Chastity, aka Duke, and Alex, who we talked about last week, is one of the AR reps with Red Bull. And oh my gosh, Alex offers them a deal where it's a full partnership. They have
Mm-hmm.
full brand control. They would own their own masters.
Yeah.
And not only that, their music will like have access to like sporting events, anywhere that like
Mm-hmm.
Red Bull is like a major sponsor. They said that they really loved their vision, and Alex really loved all of the stuff that they did with Lamont. We will talk about that later.
We sure
And
will.
how and how they really want Lamont to EP to produce their EP. And Chastity is talking about a female empowerment angle, and this part was really funny because Sean was like, "Oh, you're about female empowerment to
Right.
do." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, like all this stuff." And at first, I was like,
She
at
raised a
first, I,
fist.
yeah, at first I was like, "Why is she got on the back toes?" And I was like, "Oh, right, because Chastity's
Oh yeah, she is a pimp.
yeah,
She is a
yeah."
pimp. She's a pimp.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Again, ethical pimps, there are none. I'm telling
There
you,
are
it just don't
none,
happen. It does not exist. Sorry.
but this is a full control thing, and there and Mia's like, okay, that's great, but what's the advance, and
Where the
all that.
bag at?
Where the bag at? Yes. And Alex is like, I got to get back with my team. We'll have the a deal hammered out within the next week or so. Which okay, that makes some sense. Unfortunately, things come to a head when Francois plays Shauna the song. The song sounds great. And she says, "Oh, we had this meeting with Red Bull and Chastity, and we want to sign this deal." And Francois goes off on her and is like, why are you with Chastity? If you sign that deal with Red Bull, you will not see the single." He's basically going to hold their single.
Mm-hmm.
Chappelle,
Yeah.
I why would you let this small man talk to you like that? Like, why would you let Jabuki yell at you like that? Shout out to
Yeah, like
Jabuki.
yeah, but you let a light skinned man talk to you like that, you crazy. No, Mark, it's funny though. Your facial expressions as you get frustrated with Jabuki, that's exactly how he looked when they mentioned Chastity. He's like,
Yes. Yes,
ooh,
he did.
why do y'all keep bringing this girl up?
Mhm.
He hates her, and he said,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna cut this dead weight, and you just go wait and see." Right? He already told Chastity, like, "I'm getting rid of you," and here it is. He puts his foot down. He says, "Hey, we're not doing both. That's little league stuff. If you want to be in with me, you're all in." And this is a trash ultimatum. Trash, trash, trash.
Very trash.
Donna should not even be entertaining this a little
I'm
bit, because you can do both. This man does not need exclusive access to you to have both of these
okay.
things. Right.
Yes.
He does not need it. Red Bull is not a record label. So they're not like going to have exclusive access to you. This is a partnership, a collaboration, a deal that you can have,
An
and you can
investment.
still right, and you can still do these things. But he wants Chastity out so bad that he says, "I'm either going to send this off for us to move on it, or you're going to go with Chastity, but you cannot have both. I'm sorry."
Like they could have negotiated the Red Bull deal for him to be the producer of the EP.
Yeah, they could have.
Honestly, they
He
could
doesn't
have.
care. He doesn't care. It's not about that. He wants Chastity out. He
Yes.
wants, even Chastity, when
They
they
want
bring
the
it to her,
control.
she says he's been threatened by me for day one. And Shauna's like, I don't
Yeah.
think he's been threatened by you. It's like he actually has. He
Yes,
really, really has, because he
really
knows
has.
they could get famous and popular and they could blow up without him. And he'll be the
Yes.
one who left y'all for Rain of Rain and missed out. So yeah, he's been trying to latch onto you this entire time. This episode was, I mean, it's hard to watch because you see
It's
Shauna just
very hard to watch. Oh my
throwing,
gosh.
just throwing Chastity to the wolves, just like bye. Um,
And
it's
Mia
tough, man.
and Mia was really like fighting for her at first, but after Mia had some money problems, she was like, "What is Red Bull talking about?" You know. And the crazy
Yeah.
thing to me is this track that they have. This is just literally a track, and he's just
Yeah.
saying he's gonna send it off to Tunji, the
Hmm.
SVP of Def Jam that they had met 2 episodes ago, which is like again 2 steps behind where Chastity has them with Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not even a thought. It's just like there's a track that we could possibly send where you could possibly get a deal, where you could possibly
Hmm.
do all this stuff. But it's nothing concrete. It's nothing set in stone. There's no money here either,
Right.
technically. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that it's a party track and it's so good and
That
they could
clout make you
drop
do
it
stuff.
now. The clout,
Hmm. The
exactly. The
clout.
clout.
Hmm.
And this is where I want to stop down here and be like, we are literally seeing, like, bless Issa and all the writers rooms, like we are literally seeing how people get trapped into these 360 deals, I feel like,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, because they need money right now. And so
Yeah.
when Mia's like, "Hey, Red Bull, what a bag at?" They like, "All right, we got to work the numbers. We're gonna get back to you." Woo, woo, woo. That's not good enough. My baby bounce house about to get taken away, so I need to know where
With
the
the
money
babies
at.
in it.
Right, with the babies in it and the grown-ups in it too. But yeah, so she like, "Nah, I need to hear some numbers. I need to hear some figures, and this ain't enough. Like, I need money right now, and I can't see what Red Bull is trying to do. I don't know what the commercials are, the plans are, the rollout, the marketing. I don't know all that stuff. But I do know clout, and I do know people know Partisan's name, and they know they're gonna know our
Very
name,
that.
and they're gonna be talking about we're gonna get viral probably on Instagram and stuff like that.
Mhm,
And that's stuff that's tangible that she can get right now. So for her, she like, that's what I want. And you're right. That's exactly how these people get trapped because they be broke right now. And that other
mhm.
stuff is an investment. It takes longer to get that kind of stuff. But when you broke right now, sometimes you can't see later on. You know what I'm saying? You just got to deal
Yeah.
with what's in front of you. And so Mia at first, she's like, "Hey, we can't throw Chastity under the bus." I'm like, "Good for you, Mia. That's exactly the right answer." Even business aside, Chastity has been with you this entire time. So she's been in
Mhm.
the trenches with you, and Francois has screwed you over time and time again. And now you're like, but I really want to. I'm tired. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of grinding. Let's just take the first thing that we can get to. And if we got to cut Chastity loose, then fine. And I ain't like it.
But that's the thing. I even think Mia only ended up going with this plan because of what happened with her and Lamont.
Mm,
So, let's should we you want to pivot to that? Because I think we can definitely come back to this conversation.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
This is a big conversation. We're gonna be
this
talking
is
about this for the next
huge.
30
Oh
minutes
my god.
to an
Yeah.
hour. Yeah.
So, meanwhile, all of this is happening in the backdrop of Melissa's birthday. The
Hmm.
birthday we've been gearing up for.
We said there was a birthday party coming.
And Mia and Lamont are still not on so good of terms that they've like separated what they're responsible for the birthday. But even so, like we said, Mia can't afford the moon bounce. He got her. And Lulu and Tiffany ended up coming, even though Melissa did not want Lulu showing up. And then Mia has her birds, her friends in her ear, chirping away
Hmm. Yeah.
when Tiffany rolls
Tweeting
up.
along. Yeah.
Yeah, Nelly and Alicia,
Alicia.
just
Yeah.
just winding her up the whole birthday party until it culminates in like what was supposed to be just a child dance battle for some reason.
Yeah, that's that Miami stuff. They gonna
Okay,
dance battle. They gonna
yeah,
buck
with the
down.
minions, with
Yeah, with
these
the
black
minions.
minions doing TikTok dances to inappropriate songs. I was just like, oh my god, um,
Yeah.
but like it ends up with the kids like Melissa and Lulu trying to dance battle, but kind of like Mia pushing Melissa into
Kinda.
Lulu.
Mia pushed that girl into
She
her.
did.
She
For
said,
sure.
get her, Melissa." Like, bruh.
Until she hits Lulu. And so this ends with Lamont and Tiffany taking Lulu away from the party. And this is where I was like, Mia, what are you doing here? Because Mia goes to tell Lamont like, she misses him. Well, she says she wants to be friends, but then she says she misses him. He's like, "Oh, you miss me, huh?" She's like, "Yeah." And then she tells him like, "And then we got a deal with Red Bull, that includes you in it." It's like, why are you doing this, Mia? Like, why are you playing this game? Even I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, just tell him it's business. Why are you trying to mix this weird? Like, what is this? What do you mean you miss him? What?
Finally, you come to the table. Finally, come sit with us. The girl been
Comes with us.
trash. She been trash for weeks. Last week was trash. I will go back and say it again.
Mm,
That man can date who he wants. She can date who she
yes,
wants.
exactly.
But throwing your relationship with this man's producer in his face and going all up in there, it's unprofessional at best. Unprofessional. And she was acting a fool. She was doing that stuff to be petty. And now she listen, I got so much to say about Mia. Give me a second to cook. Mia,
Here you
these
go.
birds of friends that you got, you letting them
Yes.
chirp in your ear about your baby
Mhm.
daddy, and you like your baby daddy. Let's just call it what it is. You like him, and you let them talk so much trash about him. Every time you look up, he broke, he garbage. Remember 8 years ago before Melissa was born, when you was pregnant, all that other stuff, ma'am. You letting them talk trash to this boy, but he doing everything he can for that little girl. Because when the moon bounce about to get
Mhm.
taken away, did you call Courtney Luke? Nope. You called your baby daddy, who was right there, who said, "Yep, got you." Your own mama couldn't even help you.
Oh,
She popping for
that was
progress, and she
funny.
didn't have the money. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
Mia, you got to stop letting them trash this man. He's doing his job, and you sitting
Yeah.
there. I mean, I just wish we could be friends, ma'am. When you talk bad about your baby daddy to your friends, they're only going to hear the negative things that you say about him, so they're going to have
Mhm.
negative, feedback. I know you get that too. Me and you both will probably you talk to your friends and they say, "Oh, this person ain't shit. This person trash." Da, 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 da.
Mhm.
So then you don't like that person because you're protective over your friend. Now every time they come up, the friends ain't got nothing good to say about them because they're like,
Yeah, she
"Nope,
was
I
fighting back for him,
kinda."
kind of, but
Kinda,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
She just didn't, but like that's the thing. You didn't
Yeah.
poison the well against him now, and so now every time you bring him up, you better than that. You don't need him. Da 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 da.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't need his beats again. I ain't heard no woot woots. Where your beats? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Okay.
these are all the things that like I've been saying about me. It's like, bro, you playing games, and he finally
Yeah.
Lamont is the only person in this episode who I think really just stood up and said, you know what, I deserve better, because
Yeah.
she's done this before. She
Even
did
though it was
the
a bag fumble, he
yeah, it is
still
a
is not
bag
worth
fumble.
it.
It's
Yeah.
not worth your pride. It really
Yeah.
isn't. And then I don't even know if it's a
It's not
bad
even worth
fumble.
the stress.
Right, exactly. Only to
Mhm.
find out that I don't even know. Like Mia does end up folding, probably due to a lot of that conversation that she has with Lamont. But there's nothing to say that she wouldn't have folded anyway. So she goes and has that conversation with Lamont about Red Bull. But if her and Shauna go link back up and they decide to go with Party, Lamont's out again. That's another
Mhm.
thing that she's dangled
That's
in front
true.
of his face. So I'm like, Lamont,
That's
you
true.
deserve better. This girl then instigated a fight between 7-year-olds at the party. Uh, she who bringing dessert to my baby party? How you bring dessert to my baby birthday party? At my birthday, this is my birthday party. This is my birthday. I was like, really, we doing this? Grow up. You know what I'm saying? Mia, bro, this was a bad look all around for
It
Mia.
was a very bad look. It was because it was like the way she said all of it felt like using him. It was like felt
Mm-hmm.
like trying to use his feelings in order to get him to agree with this deal. It's not like if Lamont had said no to the deal, Red Bull would have pulled the deal, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the Chastity thought that including Lamont was
Was good.
sweetening the deal because I mean that means
Mm-hmm.
they both get paid. They secure their daughter's legacy and food and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But her like I just really wish she had kept it at the like I just want to go back to us being friends, being on good terms. We were co-parenting really well. Like
Mm-hmm.
just apologize for all of the bullcrap between with Courtney and him and all of that and just be like, and we could work together. We work well together. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just work together. You know what I'm saying? But she couldn't because
Mm-mm.
like you said, her friends were just talking too much,
Yeah.
and She really does. I really think she doesn't know what she wants because I don't think she wants to be with him. That's the thing.
No,
Like, I don't think she wants to be with him. She just doesn't want to see him with somebody else, you
right,
know?
right. Which is
Because
some hater stuff, man.
because when what's her face Nelly accidentally said, "Oh, he think he leveled up," and then she's like, "What? What do you mean? He think he leveled up? What?
Right.
Why? Because she light skinned? Because she got more followers than me?
Right. Like in
Oh
what
my
way?
god!" And
How? Yeah.
and yeah, it's so I think it was just insecurity. It was insecurity on her part. Like they said, this is the first time you seen your baby daddy with somebody he's like actually serious about. So
They
like you
said, "Oh,
might
he a
be,
family man now." Mhm.
yeah.
He's a family man.
Yeah, and it's that jealousy of like seeing what you could have had. But make no mistake, I truly don't think she wants to be with him, which is even almost even worse, you know. So I just
Mhm.
don't understand why she went at him like that. But I truly think that because of that, like because Lamont rejected her, I don't think she wanted to take the Red Bull deal because it, you know, I don't think she wanted it to remind her that they're not working together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is all her fault. This is all her fault because like no one did this to you. You and
Yeah.
Lamont had a good working relationship. You wanted to what was it? Dang it. She wanted to go with Cash. She wanted to go with
Mhm.
Courtney. Like Lamont like hanging on to her. What we about to do? We about to be together. What's going on? And she like stringing them along. Come to LA. Don't come to LA. All that stuff. Lamont should have been said I'm done with this, but he been sticking
Mhm.
around because I think deep down he probably still like her. They got a good chemistry. There's a reason why they were
Yeah.
together for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she blew it. I think she did, and I think yeah, Lamar deserved better. This is just bad because even like business aside, you just don't play with people's feelings like this. This
Yeah.
like I miss you, I miss us. We good together. It's like, bruh, leave him alone. He didn't found
Mhm.
him a nice what do you call him? A nice
Vegan
Chrissy
lady?
Teigen, yeah,
Yeah.
vegan lady.
No, 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 no. Zoe
What you call it? Zoe
Kravitz.
Saldana? Yeah,
Zoe
Zoe Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz. I knew it was a light skinned lady, but yeah,
Yeah,
they found him a
you
nice
put
little
on the
Zoe
list.
Kravitz who bring cake pops to the
Mhm.
to the
Vegan cake
function.
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, and he told her he's like all this ghetto stuff you be doing too. He's like,
He
listen,
did say
yeah, but I mean, god dang, girl, like everything ain't gotta be like, oh, let me go roll my eyes at somebody from across the
Mhm.
room. Tiffany speak back, you know what I'm saying? Be a normal human. And she
Yeah.
just they in the bounce house talking trash about the girl and
Yeah.
Lamont in front of the
Twerking
kids.
parties.
Yeah, no, the twerking parties, you keep that. But what I'm saying is,
No, not at a
yeah,
7-year-old's party, a twerking
listen,
contest.
it's
No.
cultural. But nah, but
Mhm.
in the bounce house, you sitting in there drinking the Capri Suns, talking trash about the baby daddy. Dog, in front of the kids, at some point, Mia, you gotta turn down just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think Mia is definitely like we talked about I think a few episodes ago. She's definitely still stuck in that like I want better, but I also want this like this ratchet rapper lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's why I heard her friends every time, ooh, new niggas, every time you
Yeah.
know, like more exposure. And it's like
Yeah.
they are pushing her towards this like this overdone rap lifestyle and the clout of it all and all of that versus maybe just her wanting to be able to provide for her daughter and be able to
Mhm.
just like I don't think she wants to live a normal life. We know that's not what she wants, but I don't know if she necessarily needs all of that. But
Right.
I don't know.
It's a good
We
it's ratchet. It is very
yeah,
ghetto.
it's very ratchet, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It's a good that's fine, but it's like don't
Yeah.
hurt people in the process. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It
Be you,
definitely
but
hurt
also don't be yeah, exactly. This
Lamont.
stuff
Yeah.
you hurting this man. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
That whole thing in the studio, that was blatant.
Yeah.
You going in there like, hey Courtney, all that stuff. Like,
Mhm.
bro, why are you trying to piss this dude off? He's done nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Him dating somebody is not an attack on you. It's just him dating
Mhm.
somebody. Just like you dating Courtney would not be an attack on him. But dang,
Mhm.
get off that dude while you in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Act like you got some decorum. Is a
And
oh man.
and with that, we do know that she is still talking to Courtney at the very least because we find out that Courtney's label is still pushing that he try to get all of his singles out as soon as possible, and that the song that Mia was on with him, label or whoever he's with, his people want to make that the single, which
Mhm.
If they have a season, if they have a season 3 winning, if they have a season 3, I would really like to see how that works. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
Shauna wasn't on that single, and if that single goes like platinum or something,
Yeah.
like, I hope that means that's residuals and money for Mia. So now, do we get like a discrepancy in the pay that Mia's getting
Mm,
versus Shauna, especially if they don't have a record label? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
at the end of this episode, they don't have a record deal. Let's be quite
No.
honest. As far
Mm-hmm.
as we know, they are not signed. They don't have a record deal. They just have a lot of clout right now.
Yeah.
And depending on where they are, open up season 3. If Mia's getting paid off of that single with Courtney, maybe Mia goes traveling with Courtney on tours and stuff like that. Does Shauna come? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder
Yeah.
if that could be a storyline
No,
riff.
I like that too. I
Hmm.
like that because I mean, the alternative is definitely Mia just put Shauna's name on it as well. You know, like we see groups all the time where it's
They
like
do that, yeah.
this group is on there, but it's really only one person's
Yes.
vocals. You know what I'm
Does it
saying?
look
Like
like I
stop.
got left off of Bad and
I
Bougie?
did not. It says Migos on there. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't say,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It don't say Offset and Takeoff or, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Or Quavo, you know, it Migos, you know what I'm saying?
Very
So this
true.
could literally say Shauna and Mia, and people are like, well, which part is Shauna's part? That don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't
Also,
matter.
I think they need a rap group name. I'm tired of calling them
I
Shauna and
truly
Mia.
do too. I'm so tired of it.
Seduce and Scheme is too long. I don't know what to call them. Yeah.
BBW.
Yeah, BB could not call it BBW.
That bitch
But
is working.
yeah, but
That's
people
no
gonna show up
good.
to the people gonna show up to the party and be like, you know, BBW. No, I was misled. You know, but yeah, so I think that's an interesting layer as well. Because yeah, that's a Mia project. Mia did it on her own. Shauna had the right
Mhm,
to do it. She had every opportunity, but she wanted to go fix
mhm.
things with Maurice. And I'm not even quite sure that she was able to do that.
Oh my god. Then we can get to the Maurice stuff. It's the least thing I want to talk about in this episode. Um, but let's talk about Gat because
Got a tat tat. Uh, with his Malcolm
we
X glasses and his button
oh,
down and his tie.
and his therapy speak. We open with Gat doing a Wallow exclusive, talking about, how he went to therapy and he's gotten right with himself ever since the AK stuff, and how we need to treat each other equally. And then Wallow's like, "Why you got Rain on the track? Why not?"
Why
Like,
not?
promoting his new song off the
Mhm.
back of AK, and coming off very phony here. Even talking to girls, gays, and things. We all just need to, really seek some help. I'm talking to everybody, like, so.
He's so inclusive. So inclusive,
Um,
this guy. It's like
when
this AK thing made him a whole different person.
when the abuser goes to therapy one time and
One
writes down
time.
all the all the buzzwords. Um,
Mhm.
But this leads Shauna. Shauna sees this, and at the beginning of the episode, Shauna's like, "I can't believe Gat is doing that. He's trying to get clout based off of something terrible that happened to AK." And so while she's at Mia's party, she just had it. She's just had it, and she goes on live and starts one of her patented Shauna rants. And Chappelle, when I saw this, I was like, no, like,
Not
no,
that. Not that.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But Mari, I'd argue
Mhm.
that, me and you both reacted the same, like, Shauna, please put the
Yes,
phone down. But at the
please.
same time,
Historically,
Fran-
this has not gone well for her.
this has not gone well for her. But Francois makes a great point. In this rap industry, hip hop world, a little beef ain't never hurt nobody. A little beef is
Yeah,
always good for album sales, for record sales,
true.
for appearances. It don't matter what side of beef you on. If you are arguing with somebody publicly and you are a rapper or a hip hop artist or something like that, oh, you're gonna go viral, you're gonna get the streams, people gonna start checking out your music. It's kind of like what we talked about when people die. It's like, oh, let me go see what happened to them. Let me see what their music was like. Shauna airs out Gatta Tat Tat. Oh, and people are tuning in. I mean, it's all over the place. The Shade Room then picked it up. The Shade Room then picked it up. When the
Mhm.
Shade Room pick it up, it's like, oh, great, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so now we're talking about it. So yeah, now it's viral. Everybody's talking about it, and now she's publicly beefing with Gatta Tat Tat which is
Yeah.
horrible just in general because what are you doing? But also great for the brand because now they getting attention and
Mhm.
they're getting attention from a lot of people, including other women artists who are familiar with Gat and his
Yeah.
shystiness, and they're airing them out. Man, they saw, Flo Milli can do no wrong in my eyes.
Of
So
course.
I was fist
Yes,
pumping. I was like, my
Enrico
girl.
Nasty, from the
Yeah.
DC area, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
They made
I
this
was like
episode for us. I was like, yeah. I was like, yes, Flo Milli shit, ho.
Yeah, I mean, Shauna is literally just going off on him, calling him a toxic nigga, who assaulted her, which I was like, "No lies at
Facts.
all." Yeah, and called
Facts.
him a leech and
Yeah.
all these things, to the point where he does respond saying, like, she was a
A-
groupie,
An obsessed
you know,
fan,
an obsessed fan.
and Mari, get this. If she was
Mhm.
the last one who saw AK before his accident, then what'd she say to him to push him to do this to
Oh my
himself?
god,
I said, ooh,
that
ooh,
gave away that he truly is not
ooh,
healed. Like,
ooh,
he
so,
is truly not healed. Blaming somebody else's accident on
ooh.
somebody like,
Ooh,
"Sir,
what did
you
she
are
say
just."
to him? Why did she push that man over the edge like that? I know the Instagram comments were going up.
Oh, yeah, his 15,000 versus her 1,000.
Mhm,
But yeah, Francois says she's a genius. You stir it up, and he's like, "We gotta drop that song now. We gotta drop it right now while you're getting this while you're getting all this attention."
mhm.
And it's what leads them to this talk with Chastity. So um let's just take one more break and so we can get really into this. So, meanwhile, from the first phone call that Francois does with the threat, Chastity is trying to make she's doing everything she can to try and get this deal pushed up sooner. You know what I'm saying? Which I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it,
Sloppy.
but
It was sloppy movement,
it
man. It
it
was.
really was. So she basically tracks down Alex, and Alex is, in the middle of lunch or meeting with the SVP that Chastity had met earlier. Kurt. Is it Kurt or
I
Kirk?
think it's Kirk.
Kirk. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's Kirk.
Yeah. So Chastity is just hard pitching to Kirk. And in a way, like it's so funny because we seen what she like at that party, when she met Alex, we saw the how awkward it was, her approaches to several AR people was. Then she came back and she had a great like presentation. What was it, last week? Right?
Mhm.
And we were like, okay, Chastity's learning, to then this frantic presentation here in this episode. And it just is like that desperation type, feel. She was giving off so much desperation vibes. But and Kirk was like, "Oh, we do have some reservations." Chastity's like, but listen, like this is a new artist. You can do all of this." Like she's really pushing her case and pressing her case, and she's doing okay. Like at first, like, well, not at first. Like she's doing okay, and then she kind of goes off the rails again. And she said at least the best thing is like with female rappers, they have the most loyal fan bases. The girls and the gays. If nobody will book you, it'll be the girls and gays. And that is so incredibly true. You can ask you can ask any R&B diva like who gets who gets invited to Pride every June. Um but she was like, "They're prides. They'll always be booked for prides, and there's Red Bull at prides." And she even outed Alex at this. I was like, "Oh my god, we don't know if Alex's boss knows that she is a queer woman." So it's just like, why would you do this, Chastity? It was so cringe, man, Chappelle.
Yeah, she said she one of them.
Yeah,
Alex was
she
like,
was
what?
one of them.
Yeah, she
I was
one of them.
like,
Like, I was like, well, maybe
no.
she meant she's one of the girls, not one of the girls, And
Yeah.
so,
Ah, right.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
man,
Kirk didn't catch it.
she one
Oh
of them,
my
right?
god.
Nah, I flinched. I said, oh God, wow,
Me too.
damn, Chastity, you're desperate. But Mari,
Yeah.
it sounds like it worked. She comes
Yeah.
out and Alex is mad at her, but when she's talking to Shauna and Mia, she's telling them I negotiated the biggest advance that we've ever gotten for anybody with Red Bull. I got Lamont something as well. I got this, I got that, I got this, and I'm like, oh, it actually worked out for her in that meeting. I didn't think it was because she was so frantic. Like you said, it was the desperation that kicked in because her spot was being challenged by Francois. So
That's
she felt like she
Francois.
needed to act. And
Yeah.
so completely burns a bridge with Alex in the
Yeah,
meantime,
that's what I
though.
was about to say. Do you think Alex said she felt embarrassed and she felt undermined? Um, like I'm trying to figure out why though. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
this
Like,
woman interrupted they basically it's like me and you having business conversations. A third
mhm.
person comes in like, excuse me. So anyway, this what I want. It's like, hey, you see me working, talking to my boss. Yeah. So anyway, blah blah. F what you talking about. It's like, damn, can I work? Can I do my thing? You like,
Yes,
bruh, I bought this to you, and now you stomping all over me like I
that's
can't do my
true.
job. If I'm
Yeah.
Alex, I'm like, yeah, we're done. And like I said, it sounded like Chastity got her desired effect, but she does lose Alex in the meantime because Alex says, I don't want a professional relationship with you or a personal relationship with you.
And and Duke and Chastity's just like, okay, do what you gotta
Yep.
do.
Do what you
Like
gotta do.
I and again, it goes to show you what we talked about last week, how Chastity just she puts getting that money, getting chasing that bag, her artist over everything because
Yeah.
her girlfriend, who knows? The
Just
girl
the girl
her
who hooked up.
who
Yeah.
she's hooking up with, like legit was like, I'm done. And Josh is like, sure, whatever, it's cool. Like
Yeah.
not even phased. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just not phased because again, she probably we talked about it last week. She she doesn't envision relationships or anything like that. She's so worried about not being broke
Mm-hmm.
that that's the top of mind thing, which we talked about on that one. Like makes sense.
Yeah. Now.
So going into this meeting where Anna and Mia have given Francois the green light to drop their single, and Chassie tells them the pitch. Like you said, Chappelle, she tells them she had negotiated the biggest advance for a new artist. She had Lamont locked in for the EP. Red Bull still wants to give them full control, and the deal is on the way. And Shauna and Mia said, we decided we are going to continue to work with Francois. And this, like, Jonica Booth, dog.
She be
The
acting, man. That's all I
Oh
put in my
my
notes. Jonica
god.
Boo. That's it.
Her eyes were like teary. This was the moment in this was Denzel's Oscar moment. Like
Yes.
King Kong
Like,
ain't
King
have
Kong, I
shit
got
on me.
nothing on me. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
this was that moment. I was like my just chills. And
Mm-hmm.
they basically said, like Shauna Mia said, what's the point of making music if no one hears it? That's what Shauna says, which is
Yeah.
like absolutely ridiculous.
And
As
stupid statement.
Shauna
The dumbest shit she's ever said. I promise.
when Shauna made all that music in the first season that nobody listened to, and she was all about, I'm gonna stay loyal to my craft and everything. The
Mm-hmm.
absolute audacity of this turnaround is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially
but
because nobody was gonna hear it. It's Red Bull. Yo, see,
girl,
that's the thing. Niggas don't
sporting
go up for Red
event,
Bull like that. Like, I
you
guess the hood going for Red Bull, but that's not where the money's coming from, babe. That's not it, bro. You could be on a Super Bowl commercial. You could be
could
the
esports
halftime
like the
show.
X
You know what
Games,
I'm saying?
halftime
Exactly.
show, like
Like, you
20
talk. You remind me of Mari Flyana Boss. You was talking
Oh
about the.
yes,
Look at them.
yes.
Look at
Look
them
at
girls,
them.
bro.
Yes.
It's trying to get the fuck, bro. I'm
And,
telling you that, bro. She's
and
whack for that.
so whack. But then on top of that, the whole you own your masters. You that
It's
would have had me
yours.
sign on the dotted line. Period. Like I'm so glad that we covered Ladies First, the
Yes.
docu series before this. Like
Yes.
I am so glad we did that because I learned so much about the music business
Mhm.
watching that. To then like, and that was like not even that was like back in the day type music business translating to now, and then watching rap shit talk about the music industry today. It's like so many parallels, and you're like,
Mhm.
people are getting trapped in these deals where they can't make albums. Like they're put on the Dina Howard conversation just
Yes.
popped back up on Twitter where Adina pissed off the wrong exec and had her second album shelved, but she was still under contract, so she couldn't make any music. We hear that all the time. Or you hear those cases of like Prince being stuck in a 5 album deal and he has to push out 5 albums to get out of his contract. Rihanna, I think the same thing happened to Rihanna as well, I believe. Like all of these sticky traps that you can fall into as a musical artist, and you are being offered a big endorsement by like one of the largest sports entertainment companies, whatever. They do movies too. Like we just saw that they do movies and stuff. They sponsor movies
Insanity.
where they're giving full brand control, like full control on everything, full partnership, full masters. And you said, no, I want to go chase this clout. Like I
Ugh.
am astonished by this.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm telling you, this is the dumbest shit Shauna ever said. And it really is. Because this is Red Bull. This is Red Bull. Francois could literally just table your stuff because he's mad at you tomorrow.
Like he threatened to do. Like he
Right.
just threatened to do.
In that party track, you'll never hear it. They're telling you you would own your masters. You recorded it, it's yours. That's yours. So you could do whatever you want with it. You could then take it to someone else because it's yours. This man is like, no, this is mine. Y'all are mine. And I'm going to do with y'all stuff what I want to do with it. And y'all are going to get rid of the people who I want to get rid of them from. Y'all going to stay at the hotels that I want to put y'all in. Y'all going to go on tour with the people. If I want to bring in Rain or Rain, you'll do with Rain or Rain. And Shauna's just like, yep, that's what I want. I want the clout. That's it. Like, woo, just lady, what's wrong with you?
Astonishing. And so,
No. Mari,
yeah.
we have to talk about Chastity a little bit more.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's where I was going. Yeah.
The audacity of these girls to do this to Chastity. Because you want to talk about why she's acting, the acting. She has sacrificed so much for Shauna and Mia that they can't even see it. That she is just like, bro, are you kidding me? You gonna risk this for Francois who had you sleeping in a hotel? She went and robbed Guap Dad to get you out of that hotel.
To feed them. Remember? They had no food.
To eat. Bruh, she just got her tooth knocked out because she abandoned her hoes for you.
Yep.
She got her tooth knocked out for you because she was with you instead of being at home monitoring the host role. What are you talking about? She just got a girlfriend potentially and just threw her to the side for you. What are you doing? My mouth was wide.
I could not. This scene was so heartbreaking. I've never had my heart like broken. While also being like, I officially am no longer rooting for the leads. Like,
no.
Like just in one fell swoop to like it was jarring because Chastity's delivery of just like the emotion in her voice, like barely even raising her voice, almost like she raised it, but barely because the hurt was in there. And just like this nigga ghosted y'all.
Right.
He put you in that roach motel. Like I made y'all a priority. I was just like, it was too much. It was way too much. I could not have done that. Like, yeah. And I'm not a people pleaser at all. But like the way Chastity was talking, I would probably be like, never mind. Let's see what we can do.
No, it sounds like you're right. You make a good argument.
Yeah,
it's especially because Chastity came to them with results. But all they wanted to hear was money. All they wanted to hear was how much money. They didn't even ask her. She said, I got the biggest advance ever negotiated by this company.
And it's just like, you just got to wait a week. And they were like, no, I don't feel like
we got clout right now.
We got clout.
You could use the clout still. You don't need Francois. You don't. You do not. You don't need them. Red Bull about to throw money behind you. Now you could go afford some beats from somebody else. You think the only person ever gonna give you a beat or write a song for you is Partisan Fontaine?
Right. Or Lamont.
With all his hits?
It just doesn't make sense. Like I was so angry. I was so angry at this moment. And then we get like a montage of the ending and stuff like that. I guess we got to talk about Maurice's ass before we get into the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so meanwhile, Shauna was laid up with Maurice for 2 seconds again. Like, okay, girl, whatever. And so Maurice's family is sending him a going away party. He asked her to be there with him, and she said okay. She had already promised Mia that she was gonna go to Melissa's party, but that she could do both. He said, "Are you sure you don't have anything else you gotta do? If you don't have to come, it's fine." But she's like, "No, no, I'll make it." But of course, like we said, she gets pulled into all this Dak stuff, this Mia stuff, this Chastity versus Francois stuff, and she doesn't make it to the party. I don't even know. Half of me doesn't even know if Maurice made it to the party. Kind of like,
Mm,
Maurice's cousin Stanley had to come and get him. He's like, "Stop calling it a party." You can see like Maurice is going through it, like
mm-hmm,
knowing he's about to go to jail. We found out at the beginning of the episode that it was like 2 days, and then he was going to go to jail.
mm-hmm.
And he's just his party's over. He's wondering where she's at. She's just like, "Oh, sorry, couldn't make it." He sees her on the blogs and stuff like that. He sounded very jealous too when he originally was like, "Are you sure you don't have like a superstar to hang out with?" Or
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't
or
you be jealous? You about to go to
yeah,
jail. You taking it, you basically doing a bid. And she like, all
yeah.
right, well, I'm gonna go kick it with party. You know, excuse me.
Get all this clout, talk to Flo
Right.
Millie and Rico
Period.
Nasty.
It's like, what? Tell Flo Millie I said hi while I'm in jail. Bruh.
Yeah. And so we just sadly see Maurice getting his mugshot taken. And I'm like, is this the end of this? I
Huh?
don't know. I mean, I
The
like
end of this.
is this the
Mari.
end of this like storyline? But I
Mari.
don't think so. I think if
Mari.
Maurice what? What?
What did Maurice say to Stanley when he gave him that phone?
What did he say? I don't know. I don't know.
It
Okay, I
sounded
don't
to
like the
something like the
storyline.
effect of like, I didn't and I didn't delete it. I don't think he deleted them recordings from Shauna, and he gave Stanley that phone.
Oh, he
I don't think
did.
this. He gave Stanley his phone as they were walking out the door. He handed it right
Mhm.
to him like this and
Mhm.
said, "I ain't deleted," and walked off. Oh, what are we doing here, Stanley? Stanley, what you gonna do with the phone, Stanley? What's about to happen? Oh, I got questions. I don't think this is over at all. I think Stanley got the ammo. His cousin in jail, and Shauna finna go make it big with Partisan Fontaine. Not on my watch. Not
Not
on my
a
watch.
honestly,
I couldn't
yes.
understand what Maurice said, but that's what I thought he said.
Okay.
Regardless, he
I
gave
literally
Stanley
have
that
paid
phone,
attention with this
and
stuff.
Stanley has the ammo.
He
I'm like,
does. And
why did they
Stanley
bring up
don't give
Stanley?
a
Right,
he don't give a damn. And her not showing up to that family party?
right. And why would you bring us Stanley to get us a good hate into Stanley? Where me and you a whole season like, throw Stanley on the bus. That's your cousin, but is it?
I know.
So
But
why would
it's
you bring us here? Why did you make us feel this way about Stanley? Feel like we can't trust him only for this to end right here. Stanley is a villain and he ain't did nothing villainous yet. And I'm waiting on it to
mhm.
happen. And now he
Yep.
has the cell phone. Oh, Shauna, I'm getting extortion vibes, blackmail vibes. Oh
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah. Oh, now
Oh.
you thought you need a manager? Stanley the manager now. My cousin in jail. What's up? Oh yeah, we're
Oh
gonna take care of that.
no.
That's what I'm seeing. Oh yeah, I don't think this is over at
I didn't
all.
even think about
Back her up,
that.
Stanley. You know I'm mad at Shauna now. Get her
Get
again.
her. Right.
Get it for
Get it
me.
for me. Oh my gosh. I was thinking if even if Maurice has a few bad days in jail, he might be like, you know what?
You know what?
Can we talk? Like we're knock knock
I,
DA.
I really, commissary kind of low. Be nice if I had some money on my books. Something, some food, something. Send me cause Shauna ain't gonna write. She not.
Oh, she,
She not gonna.
she not
She
gonna
not
write.
look. She not getting his name tatted on her neck in Times New Roman.
That was
She not.
funny.
Yeah. Or what did she
Old,
say?
old English.
Old English. Yeah, she's not doing
Yeah.
it. So, yeah, Stanley and Maurice, I think this is where you need to look at for where the next drama is going to come from when it comes to scamming Shauna. I don't think she's gotten away with it at all. I think this is her.
Yeah. And again, if it could be fortuitous because if Mia is making it big with this single with Courtney and Shauna ends up in the slammer, I mean, that's a real possibility. I'm so mad that I'm like, okay. All right, let's get to the end here.
No, listen.
What?
I do have something about the Mia thing too, right? So, like,
Okay.
remember Francois' whole plan was like the snatch and grab. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have y'all in mug shots, this, that, other.
Yes.
Oh, Shauna, you think we're not gonna bring that up when we got the footage? You think Maurice not gonna be like, oh,
No.
your mugshot, huh? Oh, you want a mugshot? Oh, okay, bet. because
Mhm.
remember, this is the same Shauna. I'm not going to sell myself out and black
Black
criminalization of black
criminality, yeah.
people, yeah, and all that stuff for clout. Da 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 da. So where was that when you told Chastity that she couldn't be your manager no more because you about to go with Francois? So where your mugshot at? I like to see it.
I was really thinking like Francois was gonna push her into like rapping about it. And then
Mm-hmm.
we were gonna get rappers telling on themselves
Mm-hmm. We
content
might.
like
We still might.
I
Yeah.
always think about of the Boondocks episode when they do the rappers telling on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
3
Yeah.
p.m. yesterday, hit him with the hit say. Like,
I got shot.
I used
I
to know
got
that
shot.
whole thing.
I got shot for real. I got shot for real. No, I kinda
Uh,
got shot.
like I don't know. I'm yeah, I'm not yeah, I wasn't suggesting it was the end, but I was wondering like where it was gonna go. But anyways, that's good. That's all good. I'm petrified for them next season.
It's good TV.
Uh,
Good TV. Good TV.
so at the end we get like a slow motion montage of like Chazzy is sitting at her home with her hose watching Mia and Shauna like on set of their music video. She's pissed. She throws her phone. Next thing we see is Gat and Raina coming in. They over here kissing. I'm just like, ugh. Match
Ugh.
made in heaven.
Yes.
Um, but the big thing is, Gat sits down and oh, look at that. Chastity, aka Duke, sits down with them. And I'm like, oh, what y'all talking about?
Right. So y'all
What
best
y'all
friends
talking
now.
about?
So what's this?
Well,
Yeah.
but you pointed, remember you had
Mm-hmm.
pointed it out in the first episode, second episode.
Yup.
Um, Duke never closed that door with Gat.
Yep.
Never.
Exactly.
She always left that door open. And it's just coming back now to this. And I'm just wondering, I'm like, oh my God, we don't hear a thing they're saying. And
Nope.
I'm just like, what's gonna happen? Like, is she the new manager of Raina and Gat? Like where is this going? Because Gat's
Is
always liked Duke. Always.
yeah. Always,
Mhm.
you. I know you was trying to get Gat killed, which I mean, I wasn't gonna protest against it too much. You were like, did she slip something in his drug? Listen,
I
if it
really
happened, it
did.
happened. If he died, he died. Look, that's not
If
my
he died, he
business.
died.
Yeah, but here, what if Chastity goes to him and says, "Oh, so I know Red Bull's looking for somebody." And now you
And they
got
give it
Rain
to
of
Raina.
Rain and Gat,
Ugh.
the face of Red Bull, and they're about. You think this little clout that you got from Francois found to be do something, and Rain of Rain about to be doing the Knicks halftime show and performing at the Heat
Oh
games and
my
stuff like
god.
that? Oh, I would like to see it. I would like to see it because again, I'm now officially rooting against Shauna and Mia,
I
and so
know. It's so
right,
bad.
so
It's
like,
so bad.
bruh, like to hit them again, get them for me. It's
I
like I
know.
can't believe this. So yeah, between Maurice and Stanley having evidence against Shauna, and then Chastity legit being able to just go to the next highest bidder when it comes to managing these projects for a Red Bull. Yeah, I think there's a world where Mia and Shauna are fine, but I think it's gonna be hard because they got ops, and they ops seem to have some ammunition against them too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't never seen two people burn more bridges in like
A
a
short
few
amount of
months
time.
than them. And
Yeah.
they got like mega ops. They ops is teaming up together like the Power Rangers to come after
The Legion of Doom, the
like
Suicide Squad.
it is amazing like how many ops they have and they barely made it out the mud. So it's really funny, but we get credits with Shauna and Mia's video for BBW. Like
No,
I the whole played the whole credits. I'm sitting here like, wow,
they
they
get
sold
wow.
out.
Oh, did they? Oh, what did you think about the press conference?
Oh,
I'm
you're
here
right.
to,
Yep.
yeah, I just think that we have to air these men out and all these predators, and
Oh,
I will be the one to take each of them down. It will be, I am going to stand for that. Also, make sure you stream our music, BBW, coming soon to your on all platforms. Da, da, da,
that's
da,
what
da.
that's what AK would have wanted.
That's what
That's what
AK
he
would
would
have
have wanted.
wanted. That's what,
Just out
Bam!
here.
You on your high horse. This nigga got using his friend for cloud
Mhm.
trying to sell. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Man, we see you.
Damn.
The sun is out. We see you, girl. We see you,
I was
bruh.
like, I cannot, and it was just a full an episode length of the turnaround.
It was so good.
from, from oh, I don't like he's a cloud chaser, so he's making cloud off of AK to oh, we out here, we making our own cloud off of the AK situation.
Right.
It was mind boggling, and all that for the single. I mean, that we saw it on. It got what 36,000 likes. Like
Yeah.
it's popping off on Instagram. You have a
36,000 likes. Halftime show at the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Or the Knicks versus the Miami Heat.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Atlanta Falcons game. Like, bro, Red Bull's right there, bro. What are you doing? The ghetto. The
Again, I don't
ghetto.
know how it pays, like what it pays on social media as an influencer, but something tells me not as much as an actual record deal.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And then you don't even have a solid team because you're still working with Francois. You're
Yeah,
still working with Francois.
and who gets money off the back of that single?
Yeah.
Maybe a chunk, like more than a chunk of it goes to Party, then
Yeah.
Francois, then
Right.
them,
Yeah. Then y'all. And you
then
can't
y'all.
trust Francois. You've proven time and time again that you can't trust him. What why are you putting your eggs in this basket? What are you doing? This is just like, bruh, if this man has done nothing for you except let you
Mhm.
meet Partisan Fontaine. That's it. I mean, he's like again, very talented writer, all that good stuff, but at the same time, that's it. He got y'all in the door. But it's
Mhm.
like he has not handed you any money himself. You
It's
know,
the
y'all
same.
went on tour for free.
Exactly. And it's the same thing as having like two hit songs with Lamont. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you have two hit songs, Seduce and Scheme. I forgot what the other one was. And you have Lamont as a producer. Now you have another hit song with Party as a producer. But what next? Like,
Bro,
is
what next?
Party's not producing the whole EP. You know what I'm saying? So Francois is going to produce the EP. You then going to put out an EP. Who are you doing it independently? Like, where is the cash flow coming from? Where is the cash
Mhm.
flow? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because you see how many likes we're getting on Instagram, TikTok. That's it. It's just ridiculous. This was such a good episode because I was like, oh my god, I really feel like I watched in real time how artists end up in
Mm,
these horrible deals.
yeah.
Horrible deals.
This
Because,
was
like you said,
mm,
normally it's for the money, but there was no upfront money here. It
right.
was literally just clout.
It was clout, and you got Flo Milli. I mean, it's opportunities. Let's be clear. Now, so it is
Yeah.
clout, but yeah, there's opportunities. Maybe Rico Nasty wants to work with you now. Maybe Flo Milli wants to
If
work
you
with
can
you
turn
now.
it into it, yeah.
If you can flip it. But again,
If you
this is
can
still
flip
Francois. This is still Francois. Like you do
it.
not have a solid manager. Matter of fact, you don't have a manager. I don't know if Francois is officially your manager now.
Right. I don't even know his like I thought he was just a producer.
He
Like
was, but now he finna
agent.
have them doing stupid shit like he had Rainer doing stupid shit. Why was Rainer at that indie party? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was he there?
Right.
Yeah, so it's just like anyway, Shauna, Mia, good luck to you. I'll be here hoping that y'all. I mean, basically, I feel like they're gonna have to really
Rooting for your
build them.
downfall.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna have to really build them up as protagonists in my eyes because for me, I'm just like, dang, I would hate to see them do people wrong like they did Duke wrong and Lamont wrong, and then still come out
Yeah.
on top without some type of adversity. So I would like to see it. Um, I need to see them kind of learning their lessons because a lot of this is just weird behavior. Shauna hella weird. There's that moment at the birthday party where Mia goes and confronts Tiffany and like, oh yeah, like you brought the cake pops to my party, blah blah blah. And then she walks off and leaves Lamont standing there. And Shauna like, oh, so Melissa just gonna stay over there too? She's a child, Shauna. A child. Yeah, she gonna stay at the bounce house. Fool. Like, damn, she act like
Yes.
she picking sides. Like, that's the kind of childish stuff that I'm talking about here. I need y'all to grow up. And I need y'all to grow up fast.
Very that. So it has been an amazing season. I hope
Amazing.
whoever's listening, I hope you've been hanging in here with us. I hope maybe you came back and you found this later after everything is available. You binged it and now you're binge listening to us
Yes.
because I I cannot recommend this show enough. We say we are like the ambassadors of rap shit. I don't understand why more people aren't watching it. Like we don't know how many people are watching it, but still more
Not
people should be
enough.
watching it.
Not
Everybody
enough.
should be
Yeah.
watching it. So yeah, so If you want to help support our network, we do have a Patreon. You can sign up by going to patreon.com/postshowrecaps. It makes sure that we can keep bringing you these podcasts. We can keep bringing you this rap shit stuff, this changeling stuff, this ladies first stuff, anything else that we have coming down the pike. Signing up helps. Let them know that the Connect sent you, and you can support us that way. You can also, again, if you haven't already, please, please, please go subscribe to our feed by going to postshowrecaps.com/connect, or you can just go to Apple Podcasts, search the PSR Connect, and you can find the PSR Connect over on Spotify as well. We're still waiting to hear some more feedback from you guys. You can send your emails to connect@postshowrecaps.com. And we did get some really good YouTube comments throughout the show. So feel free to keep leaving those. We are seeing them and we're loving all of your feedback as well.
Yeah. At
Mhm.
Dust Daughter on YouTube said, I hope this show gets a season 3, but these networks be playing games with black shows. Love the
I'm telling
podcast.
you.
Thanks for covering the show. Thank you, Dust Daughter, for chiming in. Yep, that's the thing. If y'all don't support these black shows, nobody will. So we gotta keep watching, gotta keep streaming, gotta keep supporting all of the black creators that make good content, and then of course support us too. 5-star reviews, all that good stuff, ratings, like, subscribe. Yeah, all that good stuff. Loving it.
Okay. You can find we'll again, like Chappelle said, we're doing our year in review. So that already dropped. So you can definitely go check that out on the main post show recap feed and our own feed. And we'll, like we said, we discussed what's coming up in the future over there as well. Chappelle, where can people find you?
Follow me on Twitter at Chappelle's_show and on Instagram at ChappelleTNT, where I will be tweeting out and posting on my Instagram story probably the links to this podcast and many more. I'm on Rob Has a Podcast talking about Big Brother Reindeer games this week. And so check that out. Also, check me out talking about Below Deck from Bravo on the YouTube channel for Rob Has a Podcast. It's RHAP YouTube, where we have a Below Deck playlist with me and Sasha. You can also subscribe to the Bravo RHAP Ups feed, to where you can get all the wrap ups for Bravo and check out what me and Sasha are talking about every week with Below Deck. Then, of course, here on Post Show Recaps, still talking about stuff with Mari, and then talking about Suits with Rob Cesternino, suitspodcast.com. We're down to our last 15 episodes. So yeah, daily Suits coverage. If you want to go check that out before we wrap it up, please subscribe to Suits Yourself wherever you get your podcast, or go to suitspodcast.com and check out the podcast there. And then again, follow me on Twitter, and I'll make sure that everybody has the links to that, all my guest appearances on other shows, and more.
Okay, and for me, I'm over on Rob Has a Podcast Network as well for the Crime Scene Podcast. It's a true crime review podcast where me and Sarah Carradine review true crime documentaries, docuseries, and we rate them. This week we did One Day in America about the day that JFK was assassinated. We had an amazing guest, Dylan Reeves, and it was a pretty good conversation. So you can go to robhasawebsite.com/crime feed in order to subscribe there. Other than that, we're rap shit is done. We're done here. So we gotta get back to work on our other stuff. But we'll see y'all, next thing we're covering.
Right.
So
Yeah.
subscribe
Peace.
so you know when we come back. Bye.
Right.